I guess Marsau and Tisha had that real talk that I said they needed to have. And it didn't go well. I hate that Tisha is making me agree with a man. He didn't come to play after dinner. He said, I've heard things too. She said, what did you hear? Probably the same things you heard. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to This With The News. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming to watch my videos. If you are new here, please like, comment, and share this video and join the family. Thank you. So today we will be recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 11, episode 13. And they wrapped up the trip. They got a little messy. I'm here for it. Now, the episode starts off with the argument from last week still happening. First off, Maurice. This shit was funny. I'm sorry. To say that you hit a tree and then you hit a deer, then you hit a squirrel, then you hit a this, and then you hit a that, then you did a spinning turn move, and that shit is funny. And the fact that the whole table laughed and you still mad at Martell for how he feel is crazy as hell. Like, the whole table laughed. Your brother laughed. Your sister-in-law laughed. Your wife wanted to laugh. Like, so the fact that they still arguing, I'm just like, come on now. Now, in Kimmy's confessional, she's trying to say that she tried to warn Maurice that Martell was going to be the one to act up. And Kimmy, shut the fuck up, please. Please shut the fuck up in here, because you are the reason for the argument. What are you talking about? Like, literally, Martell was trying to not say nothing. Everybody was trying to keep it cool. He was trying to be playful at first, and then you kept digging and digging and digging. But Martell, you literally picked that fight. And now you saying it's Maurice's fault because he invited Martell? The gaslighting and deflected rumors, y'all never gonna beat. The Scotts never gonna beat it. I just feel like at their big age, the fact that you would bait somebody into an argument and then be like, oh, what is he doing? I told you he was gonna do this. Girl, you knew what you was doing. Please stop it. Now, Martell did get kind of heated, but I get it. I've been chilling all this time. Martell been kind of on ice. He been on ice this season. So if you get me started when I'm chilling, it is what it is. I don't blame him. I ain't mad at him. In the heat of the moment, Martell told Nell to shut up. And he also told Destiny to stop touching him. Like, he was, you know when you just up there, like you hear and people just grabbing you, telling you to do, I would.
Hey, Martell. Stop touching me. Don't tell Nell that, though. Hey, that's not fair to tell Nell. He's frustrated. I get it.
Now, I would never told Nell to shut up. You're a man. And that is your friend's wife. And that is your friend as well. But I think when you in that moment, you kind of don't realize that you're doing that. However, Chris didn't say nothing, okay? And he should have checked Martell for that. At least told him, hey, chill. I know you feeling the way, but chill on my wife. He didn't say a goddamn thing. And in Chris and Nell's confessional, Nell was feeling the way about that because she like, nigga, you ain't say shit. And I feel her too. If my husband is sitting right there while a man tell me to shut the fuck up and he don't say nothing to him and he's your friend, we're gonna have a motherfucking problem. Absolutely. So now we have a couple different scenes. We have Nell and Martell hiking. I mean, not Nell. Chris and Martell hiking. Tisha and Marsau are also hiking separately, of course, from them. And then we have Will and Destiny on Destiny's balcony talking. Now, Martell did try to check in and see how Nell was feeling because he like, okay, well, she mad at me? And he was like, she not really mad at you, but she did tell me to tell you to stop fucking cussing at her. I ain't mad at it. And he was like, yeah, he just was in a moment. That's basically what he was saying. Marsau did say that he felt like Kimmy picked the fight with Martell. I agree. Like I said, I know I was not the only one that seen that. And then Will and Destiny seem like they on the same page as well with everybody else. Destiny said that the Scotts are gaslighters and deflectors, and she ain't lying. She ain't lying. The way, let's start with the brothers. The way they word and maneuver and the wordsmith men they are, they do that to gaslight. They gaslight their wives, especially Marsau. But he ain't been doing that these past couple episodes because I have been agreeing with him. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because that scene was a mess. Tisha is telling Marsau that she do miss her friendship with Destiny, and she felt like the reason they can't really move forward is because she keep apologizing, but Destiny is not acknowledging her feelings and apologizing for the things that she done to Tisha. What? Are you serious? You know how many times Destiny apologized to that girl so many motherfucking times, bruh, before it got to the extreme, before it got to what it is now, before she brought up your husband don't support, your husband don't got your back, all that shit. She was apologizing and apologizing and apologizing. And then you said you put her in that don't trust that hoe box. And then that shit went left from there. So I'm just like, are we watching the same thing? Do she got selective memory? Like, because she apologized so many times and I'm with Destiny. I'm not apologizing no motherfucking more. I done gave you all the apologies I got. I don't have any. Ask your husband to apologize. How about that? That further proves the point of the gaslighting and deflecting.
Shut up, girl.
I really don't be getting how people be this motherfucking grown, have this many kids, businesses, all this, and they have no accountability. Not none whatsoever. That's crazy. Now the Scott brothers are having a conversation. Y'all know they're gonna link up after an argument just to make sure they both had their head on straight. Y'all know them. The manipulative twins. Y'all know them. Okay, so basically Maurice asked him like, Marsau asked Maurice, do he feel like he did too much and didn't hold his composure and all that? And he said, you know what, I kind of did. And Marsau's confessional, he tried to say that the Scott brothers outthink their opponents, not out-talk. Is this a motherfucking game, nigga? Is this a debate? Like, y'all don't have any like real life conversations? Well, sometimes it ain't about a strategy. Like, what? But Maurice did say that he wished that he would have, kept his cool because he tried to be somebody Martell can look up to. And I'm just like, that's a grown-ass man, bro. Y'all the same age. What are you talking about? Like, they talking about Martell as if he's a child. I'm confused. It's confusion. They do start to talk about the whole Tisha and Marsau shit, and Marsau is still having these feelings about being in business with Tisha, and he says he needs help, basically, and she's only thinking about herself. And on the things that he needs help with in the business, Tisha would say like, okay, but I don't know where I would fit in X, Y, and Z. And so he's trying to figure out what to do, what direction to go in as far as business-wise. Maurice told him that a while back, he did ask Kimmy if he can buy her out of their businesses. And I'm thinking like, why would you buy your wife out of a business? Why not just be like, I'm gonna handle this shit, you handle that shit, and boom. Because I feel like buying somebody out of a business is trying to protect you just in case y'all get a divorce and it's like, nah, she can't have this. This is my shit. Like, that, am I wrong for thinking that? Because that's what it sounds like. Because if I'm married to somebody, you don't got to buy me out. Nigga, we married. Just tell me, listen, I don't need you to worry about the business shit. You do this. Buying out. You cool? You want to get divorced too? The fuck? Now, Will and Ken meet up. And I would like to say, I want to put this on wax. I do not like Will. I'm sorry. I don't like him. He's a grown-ass, old-ass, cum-bucket-ass man who boasts about not being husband material or want to be a husband in his 40s. You are lame. Lummy-ass nigga. Like, I don't like that. So they meet up and they talk and they basically are talking about the whole spin the block thing and how the guys wanted him to feel away about Trisha spinning the block with a nigga. And how they said they would leave their wives if that happened. And they both was like, I don't think neither one of them would leave their wives. I personally don't think that either. I think they will bury the story. We would never even hear about it. But I think that Ken and Trisha got some type of little setup going on that works for them. Word on the curb was that they actually ain't even really in a relationship. It's just for the show. But I don't know how true that is. Allegedly, like, I don't know what that is about. But for me, I just feel like they might both be kind of doing some shit on the side. It might be cool with that. I don't know. It's giving, they both is kind of easy going with the shit that they got going on in their relationship. Not gonna lie. But I mean, some people are like that. So, hey. Will did ask Ken if he planned on sticking around with Trisha. And he like, yeah, I mean, that's the plan. We're gonna work through things. And right now we pretty good. But, we just maneuver everything. She's divorced now. We both spun the black, whatever. Spun the black. Then they start to talk about Destiny and Will. And Will said that Destiny was drunk as hell the night before. And that kind of solidified the just be friends between both of them. Because he don't know if he could deal with her in her drunken state. If he want to or if he will. And he also said that Destiny is looking for something he doesn't want to commit to, which I respect him for that. Like, he know he don't want to be in a relationship. He know he don't want to get married right now. Cool. But the fact that he just be boasting about it, because he like, no, I'm not. He said, I'm nobody's husband. You're 40, G. Like, that's not the flex you think it is. Like, come on now. You're a fucking loser. You sound like a loser ass cum bucket. You just dropping off dick? Like, what? Ugh. Bad man with mics, please. And then they kept wearing these motherfucking shirts. And they say, like, I think it said Wicked green shirts. I hope they didn't start no podcast. Please ban them. Ban niggas with mics, especially like that. We don't need no more niggas on here talking about how much they don't want to be a husband at 40 years old. Don't need it. And another thing, Destiny didn't want to fuck with you for real. Like, let's be honest. Destiny is the one with the motion. I don't even know why they bring this. I think Ken just need a friend on the show, and that's why Will is here. But I like the other bro better. The one that's fucking with Nail's daughter. Like, at least he knew his place. Like, I ain't feeling well. They also said that Destiny called herself a girl's girl until she get with girls, and then they start doing this. And that's literally what they did. So what? That's not the definition of a girl's girl. You could still argue with fucking women and be a girl's girl. Like, so I'm supposed to let these bitches just say whatever to me in the name of being a girl's girl? That's why men need to shut the fuck up when it comes to women. Y'all sound stupid as fuck. Stupid as fuck. Stupid as fuck. Let's say it one more time. Because they pissed me off. They really did. Like, they just... they too damn old to be thinking like that. It's like... nigga need a Blue's Clue, for real. In the name of team building, the boys have a table building competition where they built picnic tables to see who will win first. Now, Maurice was able to choose the teams. Well, he chose his team first, and of course he chose Marsau and Martell. And then on the other side, it was Ken, Will, and Chris. Now, technically, Ken, Will, and Chris did finish first, but they shit was sloppy. It wasn't done right. So, the Scotts and Martell won. It was Kimmy's idea to do the team building thing, and it seemed like Maurice was just going with whatever Kimmy wanted to do. I mean, technically it was her trip. She did plan to put it together, but I'm just like, okay. Why the fuck you ain't team building with the girls? Why you ain't trying to get them on the same page? So of course it's the last night of the trip, and they're having a dinner outside. This dinner setup is really beautiful. Honestly, where they're at is really beautiful. Like, I need to Google it, see, you know, what it's looking like. Maybe I can visit, go take a trip out there, because it really is nice. So they sit down to eat, and Ken says that, you know, because him and Trisha are the single couple in the group, you know, he kind of looked towards them and see, I don't want to say advice, because he didn't really say advice, but he also mentioned that a lot of the people there had advised him to leave Trisha based off of the spinning the block, and he like, listen, I spun the block, she spun the block. I didn't know Ken's was a spin the block. I thought he met a bitch through DM. That's why I'm like, they be lying, bro, because didn't you say she slid in your DM, or you slid in her DM, or something like that? And then you got Trisha lying too, talking about spinning the block with just her messaging and not sexual. They matter of fact, they might be perfect together. They both some motherfucking liars, okay? But he like, yeah, she spun the block, I spun the block. We decided we didn't want to do that. Whatever. She divorced now, and she says, yay.
Me and Trisha, we've had our situations. She spent the block, I spent the block. She realized the grass wasn't greener, I realized the grass wasn't greener. She's divorced now.
Thank God. Whew. I'm just...
Hold the fucking front door. So now you're excited about your divorce? Now you are happy about your divorce? Because yesterday you was just looking so solemn, so sad, so fucking like you was going through it. And then the very next day, now you, yay? Is Marquez the nigga she spun the block with? Because I'm starting to think it is. Answers, questions that need answers. I hope Carlos asks that at the reunion, because the reunion is the next episode. So I hope he asks that, because we need to know. So basically he like, yeah, I don't like that y'all trying to advise me to leave Trisha or whatever. So Tisha do apologize again for the whole DM thing. And honestly, I don't think Tisha was trying to be malicious when she told Trisha about the DM. I mean, she could have been, but I do think it kind of was like some, you know, talking to your girls. But it also, if you don't want me telling you that, Like, if Trisha would have came to her saying like, oh, some girls messaged me talking about Marsau being ADM, then don't do it to her. Like, if you don't want it done to you, don't do it to me. So I kind of get that whole thing. And Ken like, yeah, no, I get it, but we all hear stuff. Like, you feel me? I've heard stuff about Marsau and I've never mentioned it because, I mean, I don't know if it's true. Why would I mention it? And she's like, oh, what did you hear? What did you hear about Marsau? And he like, probably the same, he said the same stuff you heard. I said, oh. No, the fuck he did not.
I've heard a lot of things about Marsau, but I'll never come back and be like, hey,
well, I don't think you talk to me about my husband. I mean? You can talk to Marsau about
I wouldn't even bring it up because it's not even, if I don't have the facts, I'm not gonna say it's probably the same thing you heard.
What?
You know what I mean? It's like, you know.
And Marsau is sitting there like this the whole time. His eyes just moving back and forth between the two. And then he's just like, okay, Tisha, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're begging him to say something now. You're begging him to say something now. You want him to say what I done did, what you heard, and I said, oh, he's upset. Y'all know Marsau do not like when people shine light on his infidelity, allegedly. Like, he don't like that. He wanted to be Now, Ken did give her a little insight on what he has heard. And he said, yeah, you know, they be saying Black got a back room and you know, they be doing like, him and his brother be doing, you know, well, I don't want to say Diddy parties.
Like the whole Black situation, the back room, and
tell me more details.
And the Scotts, and they having these, I wouldn't say Diddy parties, but you know what I'm saying? It's like
parties.
You're begging him to say something now.
And the whole table laughed, besides the Scotts, of course, but everybody else was like, Diddy parties? So they be doing orgies. I think that's what he meant. Like, they be fucking bitches together. Listen, I mean, how many rumors does it take for it to be true? Black having a back room is crazy. What y'all doing in the back room, y'all? So Kimmy swoop in, you know, be Captain Save-A-Ho, because I feel like she wanted to take the heat off them for a minute. And she like, well, I'm being as transparent as I can right now. Y'all can ask me anything. So Martell take that opportunity to say, so what's your deal breaker? And she said, well, in the beginning, cheating was, and I'm not finna say word for word, but in so many words, she said, in the beginning, it was cheating, now it's not. She said, I feel like we can work through anything. Nothing is a deal breaker. She must have found out that nigga cheated. She must have confirmed he cheated, bro. Because if you telling me that cheating was a deal breaker and now it's not, I'm assuming he cheated and you know now. Now, I can't say that I respect Kimmy for, you know, putting it on the flow about how she feel and not dancing around the question, because Martell also asked Tisha the same question and she said, you already know what my deal breaker is. You was there. And of course, season 1, she said cheating is her deal breaker. She will leave if Marsau cheat. But the fact that she can't even say those words out her mouth, Tisha gives us nothing. She's not vulnerable enough. I think she really do believe that her husband has cheated. She just either don't got the full proof or she don't want to lose him. Like, you know. But that's why you got to change it, just like Kimmy did. Cheating may not be a deal breaker for you as much as you think, Tisha. I don't know. But yeah, I do respect Kimmy for that though, for, you know, speaking her truth. Because I respect her speaking her truth. But I am like, what made her change her mind? Why are you okay with the cheating now? Questions that he answers. Carlos asked that at the reunion. All in all, I did like the dinner conversation. I feel like everybody was transparent a lot more than they have been in the past. Like, it felt like an open conversation, what they shown. So I'm happy that they had that. I'm happy that whoever did talked and said what they said. Great motherfucking scene. So, do y'all remember when I said that Tisha and Marsau need to have a real conversation? Insert clip. Tisha and Marsau need to have a real conversation. They had that real conversation, y'all. And so he pulled her to the side like, let's go talk. Right after the dinner party, okay? Everybody's still at the table talking and shit. They go talk. And he basically spills his heart out about everything that he feels. And that lady said, can you hurry up? She basically said, can you hurry up? He like, I'm telling you what it is. She said, yeah, you're taking too long. I don't know if she was a little tipsy because it was giving a little tipsy the way she was like kind of talking. It was like slurring her words. It gave, maybe she was a little drunk, maybe. But I'm just like, what? Can you hurry up? Now that's rude as fuck. Let me just give y'all a little bit of cliff notes on what the talk was about. Marsau basically told her, like, I have given you everything. Every step of the way, it has been about us. Every maneuver, every change you wanted to make, I had adapted to that change for you. I'm working on the mansion. I'm working on the office. No, you're not working on the office. I'm working on the mansion. You want me to build the office. You want me to do this, do that, do this. And I'm trying to do it all. She said, well, you have to learn how to multitask. I swear, I was like, oh my gosh, Tia got me agreeing with a man. And Marsau at that. He was like, but I need help. And when I ask you for help, you're not helping with anything. And she was like, she was like, I feel like you be pushing me away when you're asking me. If I try, you push me away. And I'm like, they are not hearing each other. Something's not clicking. What's not clicking, Steven? Like, it was a fucking train wreck. Honestly, a train wreck of a conversation. It was bad, okay? But I do feel like Marsau did a good fucking job at getting his point across. And Tisha chose not to hear him, which was sad as fuck, okay? She chose not to hear him. She made it once again about herself and how she felt. Maybe she was threw off because he asked her, well, how do you feel if I buy you out? And she was like, what? So maybe that threw it off. Because she was like, I feel like buying me out, then that leads to us separated, then, you know, divorce. At the end of the day, they kind of stopped the conversation and left that. Tisha said she don't know where they go from here. Because she like, that threw me the fuck off. Like, that just threw me off. And Marsau was just like, I've done everything for you. Like, I've done everything for you. And when you gonna realize that I am a great husband and you, as my wife, this not a team thing, basically. It was bad, y'all. It was bad. Tisha cried. Marsau got up and was like, oh, come on, let's go. And she was like, no, I don't even want to go back there. I'm still sitting here. She was trying so hard to hold them tears in that it dropped. And he got up and walked back and she was still sitting there. And I'm like, God damn. Now I wonder where they go from here. Of course, that was the last episode of the season. After this, the reunion. So we won't see like progression, but they are filming currently. Okay, if you watch Monday Night Live, Carlos did said that they are currently filming and that this season will be like no other season. I mean, he's supposed to say that, he's a producer. But I do want to know what's going on with the relationships, okay? Because if Ken and Trisha are really faking it and Tisha and Marsau are going through it like this, what's T-Bookie? And I hope we get some new people. I need Destiny did fucking great this season. Amazing, okay? But I don't know, we needed some new energy in this house, okay? We need some new energy in this house. We need some new energy in the crib. Love and Marriage Huntsville though, they work, okay? They always work. I will give that to them. They know how to put on a motherfucking television show. But we do need some new energy. So that was basically the end of the episode. Do y'all think Tisha and Marsau's marriage is going to outstand the test of time? I think it may if Tisha fold. But it seemed like Tisha is on her big boss, big woman, I'm the nigga, okay? I'm that girl type of time, so I don't know. It don't seem like she want to fold. We'll see. But as always, if you made it to the end of the video, please drop a purple heart below. And I'll see you guys next time.